Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode number 1 of the Alfo podcast. My name is Harrison, and today we're going to be talking with YouTuber, creator of memes, lover of High School Musical 2, 24 Frames of Nick. What's up, dude?
Yo, how's it going, man?
You know, just doing my thing. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
All right, so mainly what I want to get done with this is sort of talk about your experience with YouTube, pull back the curtain a little bit, and talk about some other stuff. You good?
Hell yeah, let's get this shit.
All right, so basically first, give me a rundown of what life was like before you were uploading videos. Like, what drew you to YouTube? What drew you to, wanting to make stuff in the first place?
All right, so before I was uploading YouTube, I was working, a part-time job, as soon as I started everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't fun. It was not good at all. I would come home, like broken feet and super exhausted.
You hate it.
Yeah. But then as soon as everything started kicking off, I instantly just quit my job and took a risk, and so far it's paying off, which is great.
And so before the first video, did you have an idea that, I want to be a YouTuber, or was it just sort of, I want to see if I can make one video about one thing just because you wanted an outlet or something?
In a way, I was I've been watching YouTube for since the actual beginning, so I wanted to see if I could do this myself, because it's been pretty much my main source of entertainment for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be a part of that greatly.
And so talk me through that first video.
Well, there are a couple videos that I have that I deleted because I wasn't proud of the quality.
Yeah, was wondering if that was going to be a thing.
Yeah, lot of rough drafts I had to scrap, but
mm-hmm.
the first video I have up now, which is still up there for now, is on Brockhampton, and I was feeling very inspired by that group, and I wanted to talk about their inspirations and how much I loved them and all that stuff, and it worked out.
From the time you made your YouTube account and the time where the video went up, what was that like?
Well, I made my account at least 2 years before I started uploading videos.
With the name 24 Frames of Nick?
Yeah.
Really?
I would think about how one day I'm gonna sit down and actually do it, and I kept putting it off. And then I just freaking went to it as soon as I started getting more inspired.
That's wild.
Like I said, why keep putting it off? What is that gonna get me?
Exactly. And that's an interesting thing with the Brockhampton connection, because I was going through a similar thing where I had made my channel, I came up with the name, I came up with the stuff that I wanted to do many, many months in advance.
Yeah.
And then I started to get into Brockhampton, and I was just these guys just went for it. So why not? That sort of thing.
I need to talk about them right now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a funny thing specifically with you, and I mean, this is going to be a special episode of this because of that, is that we have been talking since both of us were at nothing.
Yeah. We had 1,000 subs each.
I hadn't made videos yet when I was watching some of yours, and it was the sort of thing where I remember a BoJack Horseman video had over 100,000 views. You must have had maybe 5K subs at the time. Mm-hmm. And I was just it's cool, funny, interesting topics. It doesn't seem as daunting as some other huge YouTubers make it out to be. It was there was a level of it was casual, but it was definitely still high quality, and I was why can't I just give this a go? And it was a sort of thing where I made my channel, I started making videos, and I can't remember if I was commenting on yours, you were commenting on mine, but we just started to get connected, and it's been going for a while now.
I did first discover your channel through one of the Brockhampton ones.
Yeah.
And then I remember you got that that copyright strike from Sony. And that's when we started talking.
I remember being so pissed, and I was just ooh, my professional friend on YouTube, Nick, can help me out with that since he's going to know everything. All right, and so early on, you start making a couple videos. Was it consistent? like, or was it whenever you had the time, whenever a certain idea came into your head, or what?
Well, I was still going to college like during the very beginning, so before I even got the job. So yeah, it was basically whenever I had the time because I was like always strapped.
Mm-hmm.
But I always felt like I had to put out something each week, even if like I had no time. I had to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And the same thing would happen when I had the job. I was also going through like a intense relationship, but like that ended as soon as everything on YouTube kicked off.
Which is perfect.
which is also funny because she didn't believe any of that would ever like be sustainable. Yeah, she didn't believe I could ever like get here.
Oh my god.
And then I got here.
Look at me now. Oh my god. Are you still I mean, we don't want to turn this into like Maury or anything.
Yeah, no.
But you still talking to her at all? Like, does she
no,
know?
But she's living a good life. Like, good for her. She deserves all that. But it was just kind of funny. Like, I've always felt like what am I doing with my life? Like, I need to get a better job and stuff. And then boom, YouTube saved me. It actually helped me so much.
And so this is perfect segue. Like, okay, I know the exact time period, but talk me through like the video that did it, what that time period was like that helped you really blow up.
Okay. It was the Ed and Eddie video, which started everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
That video just started taking off while I was at work, and then I checked my phone and I just saw how fast it was growing. And then I also got like 300 comments about how crappy the audio was on it. I messed up the audio so bad. And then at the same time as the Ed and Eddie video, I had a total drama video that I put out a little before the Ed and Eddie video.
Yeah.
And that kicked off like simultaneously with the Ed and Eddie. So it was just two videos growing at the same time.
Do you think it was the Ed and Eddie video like sent the people there, or they were literally just both like coincidentally at the same time?
They seemed very coincidental.
Jeez.
Which was really insane to me. I didn't expect any of that.
And it's wild like how sudden it was. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly, maybe you were at like 15K, something like that, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just jumped so quick.
I was gaining like 4,000 a day.
It's so wild, dude.
It was a great time. I'm really happy for all of it.
And with that process, like, you still had a job then, and then you quit after that, or what?
About like I say a week after everything was blowing up, I quit.
Because there was like a huge snowball effect too, with like because so many people were subbing, they were watching your other videos. Those other videos were blowing up. Those other videos get recommended to people because they're blowing up, like that sort of thing.
I was feeling like if I didn't put any more work into this, then I'm gonna lose it.
I mean, yeah, it's worked out, dude.
Thank you very much.
And so, with that sort of stuff out of the way, what do you have like a process that goes into making your videos now? Like, what's the research like? Finding the footage, writing the script, all the memes. Tell me about it.
I say it's pretty casual, but I try to make it as enjoyable for myself as possible, because eventually, like, when you keep doing all this, it does become work. Like they say, like, do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. But no, eventually it still becomes work.
Yeah, definitely.
So I try to make it as enjoyable as possible by pacing my time correctly and, just not censoring myself on how I actually fucking talk about shit.
Yeah.
And just like give my full opinions and conscious flow, stuff like that. So like with my research, it's very like not as intensive as it should be. I should probably research more. But I've been leaning more to just like sarcastic comedy, which is really fun and enjoyable for me, which I'm loving doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no point in doing this heavy research when your videos are more comedic than everything. Like, you're not giving some like deep analyzation or something. Like, your videos are fun.
Yeah. Lately, I've just been wanting it to be entertainment, nothing more.
And so, like, say you pick a movie Do you just like watch it once all the way through and then pick from it, or what?
Depends. If I've seen it like a lot, like in my life, then I'll just watch it one more time just to make sure I got it down. And then if I've never seen it, I make sure I watch it at least a couple times.
Yeah. And is finding footage ever hard? Or do we not need to talk about that sort of thing?
No, it's easy sometimes. I've been going to Walmart a lot and buying cheap DVDs so I could rip them.
Does that give you inspiration? Like, do you just find random stuff?
Yeah, actually, I found a couple DVDs that I bought, and I'm like, oh, I can make videos on these later.
Oh yeah, that's sweet. Have you made videos from just like the random finds yet, or is it more stuff that
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not yet.
just stuff that like goes into your head? Do you do like a lot of requests? I know people must be requesting a bunch of stuff.
I do got a lot of requests, but a lot of times when people request something, like I've already had it in my head to like do later on.
It's interesting because I was wondering what your requests would be like, because like every day I get somebody hitting me up being like, yo, check out this band. But for you, is it like, yo, you better review Camp Laszlo right now? Like, is it just something like super random like that? Do they have any connection with it?
Yeah, I got one where someone was like, I don't know why, but you should just review Paw Patrol. I'm like, what? Okay, sure, yeah, I'll get down on that.
Yeah, just take a note. Yeah.
Down to get some Paw Patrol in there.
So here is the ultimate question, and what I'm sure you've gotten a million times. Talk to me about High School Musical. Like, is this just a meme? Is this real? Talk me through it.
Well, what do you want to know about it?
I want to know to what extent you like truly love this franchise, and if there's like anything that's exaggerated about it, or if you like truly like legitimately are obsessed with this.
Okay, I genuinely love the second movie.
Yeah.
That is not a joke. This is the only time I'll ever like be real on this.
Yeah.
It's not a joke how much I actually love the second movie. It's giving me a lot of personal joy. I find it so fascinating, everything about it.
That's what you were posting today, right? With all the mess ups and stuff?
Yeah. It's so fascinating, just everything about it. I can never get sick of anything about any aspect of that movie.
And I mean, those movies were huge.
They were massive. See, the goal one day, I will push this so hard. I will not end this joke or seriousness until everyone associates that series with my name.
And I mean, it's happening. Like, it's definitely happening.
It's on its way, and I will push for that to happen.
Because, like, I'll be in the comments of, like, a Jakey video or something, and you comment on it, and you don't say anything about High School Musical. But then there's
Nothing.
100 replies being like, Troy, Gabriella, get your head in the game, everything.
It's not as good as High School Musical 2.
Yeah.
Like, you're right.
And so
I just had sorry.
No, go for it.
There was a YouTuber Slime Cycle who just tweeted out at me that he made a High School Musical 2 edit over Smash Bros.
Jesus.
I was like, that's beautiful, bro. I
don't even know what that means.
It's just anything High School Musical related is going to be associated with me. That's the goal.
Specifically with Smash Bros. How do you do that?
Just like put one of the epic grandiose songs from the series over the epic grandiose battles.
Oh, no way. And so you say that you love the second one. Does okay, when we were younger, when you watched the first movie, what was that like?
Okay. I remember the first movie. I did not like the first movie at all when I first watched it, and I still don't. Fuck the first movie in the series. I will always stand by that. But then I remember the sequel coming out. I remember the build-up. There was like this whole thing on Disney where they counted down to it. All the actors like hanging by a pool and counting down to release. And I was in my parents' room. It was just on the TV, and I was just like standing there watching it in awe, and I could not move.
Yeah,
it was a whole experience. It was so beautiful.
So the ranking is 2, 1, 3 in your head? Is that what it is?
No, 2, 3, 1.
Really?
One is the worst in the trilogy.
1 is trash.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest here. I have a friend named Chase, and during high school, like walking through the halls, we would always just be ridiculous, like singing the songs and whatnot. and I feel like I only know the songs from one. Am I just missing out completely?
You are completely missing out. I like, genuinely, not even a joke. I think that 2 has the best soundtrack out of all of them.
I have all 3 soundtracks on my iPod. I only know a few of the songs from one though, and that's where I'm at.
The second movie, some of the songs are just, well, all of the songs are just straight up incredible.
What are the best ones? There's the one when Troy's on the golf course, right? Is that a top one?
That is like the most epic song ever made.
Yeah.
Where Troy is prancing around on the greenest golf course ever. It's so green.
It's so very green. And 3, I remember 3 being in theaters, right? That was the only one that was actually in theaters?
Yes, that was the only one that went to the theaters and stuff. I didn't get to watch it in theaters, sadly. But I as soon as it came out on digital, I watched it.
And you like 3. Don't love it, but you like 3.
I like it. It has some really great moments. It has some of the best moments of the series, but 2 has like nonstop best moments.
And what's the plot of 2 generally?
Well, there's no high school. Everyone gets summer jobs, and they they get summer jobs. Troy gets opportunities for scholarships, and Gabriella doesn't like that, so she attempts to break up with him. And he's like, "Fine, I won't be successful," and then they get back together.
Is that a good love story? Do you support them?
It's the most beautiful love story ever.
I love it. All right, and so branching off of that, what is your favorite video that you've ever made? Is it High School Musical related?
Oh, it actually isn't.
Give it to me.
I think my most recent Happy Feet video was my favorite.
Really? A new one?
Even though, okay, I had a lot of new people watch that, and they haven't seen other videos I've made, so they thought I was being serious when I was like, "Oh, Happy Feet is a horror movie."
I remember seeing comments. Yeah, they're just like,
"No, it's not a fucking horror movie, dumbass."
And I don't get how they could misinterpret it, because the whole time it's like the scariest music possible. It's like you saying how the demonic like Happy Feet people. I remember I commented on it. And I
brought up a picture of like the freaking Boss Baby at that point. I'm not being serious, bro.
Like, these penguins are just like happily like Millie rocking in the ice, and then you're just like, the cults of the penguins, they will rise.
I was not in the slightest being serious, but it was really fun to make, and a lot of people that like weren't new really loved it, which made me happy.
And so, keep going.
Sorry. There is an upcoming High School Musical video that might be my favorite video I ever make.
For 200K?
Yeah.
Can you give us a sneak peek?
Well,
don't give away too much. Just a little something.
The title is High School Musical 2 Limbo Theory.
Oh my, that is crazy. That's some Einstein, Pavlovian, some crazy stuff.
Limbo.
And so, is this where you're going with like, because before it would be the simple look back, and like the memes would get a little intense of like where, like, say the kids from 16 in the mall, where their like lives could be going. P.S. That new 16 thing was the craziest thing I've seen in my whole life.
Yeah, holy shit. The voting PSA.
And so, say with like the Happy Feet, that's going 10 times more, saying that Happy Feet, all the penguins are like murderers. Are you going places with this, like, say the High School Musical one, where it's less of a review, a reflection of like what was in the movie, but you're just making it completely something else?
I'm definitely having like so much more fun doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it
like,
sounds super entertaining.
It's a very fun ride to just like see how crazy I can make something seem. That's kind of what I want to do with some of the Do You Remembers, where I like where I'm talking all nostalgic, and I say things that happen that didn't actually fucking happen, and see
yeah,
like believe me or not. Like basically like I'm getting like I'm trolling, but
yeah,
but it's like fun trolling. It's enjoyable trolling.
I think one of the things that like made me like laugh out loud recently watching your videos was in the Scooby-Doo one, when it's like Scooby punches, I think it's Fred on the plane,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, and Fred dies.
Fred dies. In every single video, I have the line somewhere in it where I'm like, someone fucking dies.
Is that a thing? Like, it's in all the videos? Really?
Every single video you can find that line.
Is that a known Easter egg?
Yeah, in a bay. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna like make sure it's always in a video.
Yeah. It's your little Where's Waldo.
I got a comment. It's like, is it even a 24 frames of Nick video if someone doesn't fucking die? Yeah. I think that started with Monster House.
Where somebody died.
Yeah, I just said like a couple of these characters died, and I got so many comments about that, so let me ride with that.
Yeah, for sure. And so, being that you have your favorite video, which is the Happy Feet one, do you also think it's your best video? And describe best however you want to, whether it be like entertaining, the funniest one, whatever.
I do think it's my best video.
Really?
I think the energy was just so consistent throughout. Like I didn't think it got boring at all. I thought it kept like the perfect amount of editing energy and just like normal energy for like it to be very enjoyable and fun. So I do think that's like the best one I made.
I feel like that might be a rarity with people where their like favorite is also the best. And I don't know if that's just me, because I feel like whether it be like, say I'm listening to an album, it's always a thing where I might know that one song is like technically better than another one, like it's composed better or whatever, but it's not my favorite one.
Yeah, definitely.
But you think your best and your favorite co-align?
For the time being, yeah. Right now they are.
That's
which is making me pretty happy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And so, is there ever a difference when you're like making videos where something you like think it's gonna do well versus a video that like you really want to make, even though it might not get that many views? Like, is there a cutoff there?
Yeah, all the time. It's like the scariest part of YouTube. Like, I always want to like talk about certain topics, but I know they won't like get watched or anything, which is disappointing. But like sometimes it's reality right now.
Do you have anything specific that you think like won't see the light of day just because it's like so obscure that you don't think it'll go off?
Yeah, I wanted to make, I've been saying this for a while, I wanted to make a very, very long video on where the wild things are. But I feel like not enough people like actually watched that back in the day to come back and be like, wow, I love this movie. Because it was also so divisive for the people that actually watched it.
And I feel like that's one of those movies where it's like legitimately great. Like that's, I think Spike Jonze directed that, right?
Yes,
like
yeah, he did.
That's a very good movie. And so like, would you meme it up, or would that be like more analytical?
That would be definitely more analytical.
Yeah,
because that movie means a lot to me personally.
That's really interesting, and that's like just something that I struggle with sometimes, because it's like there's some huge controversy right now. Like, do I make a video on it that I know is going to do well, or like do I talk about my favorite like obscure like folk band that I know is going to get 1,000 views, but I'm like really going to enjoy making it and I'm going to be proud of it.
Yeah.
But then it'll be like worthless depending on how you look at it with like views and whatnot.
See, yeah, exactly. For right now, like this is my job, so I have to like make sure that what I make is gonna like get me groceries.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I can't falter on that just yet. I can't afford it.
Yeah, you're not getting friggin' PewDiePie views.
Yeah, I can't make like a 3-minute video on Starship Troopers and still pay the bills.
Yeah, and so just like with YouTube in general, do you have like a huge? You said that you've been watching it forever, and like me too. Do you have a set list of people who have like certainly inspired you over time?
Well, I first, of course, I started watching like YouTube during the whole Gary's Mod rise. Like, I would watch nothing but Gary's Mod YouTubers and all the gaming YouTubers. So I definitely think like at the start, Game Grumps inspired me.
Oh yeah.
Just with their very chill comedy. They definitely helped me a lot throughout high school and kept me inspired until I got out of there. And then as soon as Nakey Jakey and started popping up, he just like boosted that like inspiration to such a high degree.
Such a king. You put me on to him, by the way. I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever told you that. Like, I think it was your Train to Busan video that was based off of a series that he does, and then I literally just binge watched all of his videos. He's so good.
They're way too fucking good.
It's so good.
It's not even about just like the topic he does sometimes. Sometimes it's just you want to see his like personality just shine through.
Yeah, and that's an interesting thing because like I don't even really play video games that much. Like, I played FIFA every year, and like I played Fortnite a lot recently. But like, I'm not a huge like video game nerd, but I will watch and love every single Jakey video just because they're so good.
He will show his passion in such a like a loving and creative way, and that's just so fun to watch.
Yeah.
And even his music is freaking great.
People love what other people are passionate about.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, like, who are you watching right now, like, YouTube-wise?
Yeah, I've been watching Nakey Jakey, and I never miss a video from Cody Ko.
Yeah, dude.
Cody Ko's always great.
You're seeing them, right? You're going to the show?
Yeah, I have to go alone all the way to Philadelphia.
No way. Dude,
I was gonna go with a friend, but all the tickets sold out apparently.
Yeah, that was my problem. Like, I don't want to pay the ridiculous like scalper price, but I was trying to get tickets, but they sold out so quick.
Super quick, like within the hour. I was gonna go to a close show in my state, but they sold out way too fast.
Yeah. Big Noel guy too.
Yeah, I love Noel.
It's weird like how talented they are with like music. But it like seems like they shouldn't be. Like it's just so it's so ridiculous, but it's so
they
good. They
purely joke it right now, but like it's like good joke.
Yeah,
like, really enjoyable joke.
Anyone else besides them? Are you like are into the sort of like commentary style, like the Drew Goodens and Danny Gonzalez?
Massively into a lot of the commentary lately. Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez is great. Jarvis Johnson, who blew up very fast.
That's the like Harvard person or something like that.
I think I don't know.
I feel like he had one video where he's just like day in the life.
He makes a lot of tech videos. He just blew up. He's at 400 right now, 400K.
Jeez.
But he apparently like he was watching my stuff before I blew up, and then he blew up bigger than me. And really good for him. Like, he's absolutely hilarious in what he does. He puts a lot of work into his stuff.
Is he like comedy or what?
Commentary, comedy. He did a bunch of videos like Drew Gooden and Danny Gonzalez, and they're really good.
You know Gus Johnson?
I love Gus.
Dude, so good.
He's been doing a lot of commentary lately, where it's like it's more like raw, and I really enjoy it.
Dude, one of the funniest bits about his videos is just like putting the mic and like taping it to like an apple or something.
Yeah, I love that.
There's a certain level of like, I don't know if it's pretending that he doesn't care or if he just doesn't care, but like you can't really tell, and it's just so good.
The whole like unprofessionalism is what's like what you want to watch.
Yeah.
That's the fun stuff. That's the enjoyable stuff.
And so outside of YouTube, what kind of stuff does Nick see himself getting into? Like, do you have like just general hobbies? Playing sports? Anything?
I do like love. I have to run in the morning, or else like my whole day is ruined.
Really?
I have to make sure I get a morning run in all the time.
Are you like distance or what?
I say distance and just like just getting outside.
Yeah,
it's my favorite like pastime to do. Just run or do anything. I'm trying to get into music, attempting.
Like do original stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a little sneak peek that if I ever make something, my first song is going to be a Gabriella diss track from High School Musical 2.
So it's gonna be that sort of thing.
Yeah, for like the first one.
I thought you were gonna do some like deep, like touching stuff of the soul, and then it turned into a Gabriella diss track.
I'm gonna make that whole Gabriella diss track's gonna be the deepest thing. It's gonna be so unnecessarily deep and dark.
On the outside, it's just going to be like titled Gabriella diss track, but then it's going to be this deep, touching stuff, and I'm going to cry.
It's like the most relatable thing about love you'll ever hear.
Anything besides music, those sort of things?
I used to be into like photography and stuff. I really need to get back into that.
I remember seeing on your Instagram you had a cool videos of just like doing photo stuff.
Yeah, I would hang out with friends and they would do all their creative stuff, and I just filmed them doing it. I want to do that more. I miss doing that kind of stuff.
All right. And so with fan interaction, do you like we already kind of talked about this, but with requests and whatnot, how much is the like fraction between stuff that you just want to make and like you have it in your mind, or fans like say 1,000 or fans request something, are you gonna make it no matter what?
I say if enough people if enough people request something, I will jump onto that, because I want to see their reactions eventually, if they love what I made or not. Because I got a lot of a lot of requests for the Holes video, and a lot of people were like, hey, I requested this. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was you that I was talking to when I was making. That one did really well, too.
Glad you enjoyed.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I was proud of that one too. I would say that besides the Happy Feet video, that would be my second favorite video.
Stanley Yelnats, man.
Stanley Yelnats.
Kissing Kate. And so now, with the theme of 24 Frames of Nick and the content you make, I have a little lightning round prepared, and I want some first takes to some of these nostalgic shows, movies.
All right.
And so start off with Disney Channel original movie, Smart House. Go for it.
Fucking banger. Very weird and strange editing, but overall very enjoyable once you get 20 minutes into it.
Kind of terrifying.
Very.
Would you want a Smart House?
No, never.
With the fear of it taking over.
Maybe if the actress who played the Smart House mom was the Smart House mom, I would like it.
I remember the cons was this house is gonna take over your life and destroy you, and then the pros were your wall can be a video.
It could be a whole screen.
And you can get a smoothie and you don't even have to make it. And it's those things do not even out.
No, none closest. I just loved when the mom Smart House thing tried to get with the dad, and I was you are a house.
You are a house, dude. You can't do that. All right, so next one, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Never saw.
Really?
Nah, never saw.
So my question with that, because it kind of seems like the original High School Musical. It's not. It's not like a High School Musical. It's not a musical. But the main premise is that Eddie, titular character, really likes to bake, but he's a jock and plays baseball, I think. And so it's this huge divide between oh, you want to be with your baseball friends, and they're you can't be baking, and he's I want to bake, and they're nah, you're playing baseball. And
wow, that really is High School Musical.
He's the original Troy Bolton.
That's all three of those movies.
And I feel it only came out a couple years before, so I don't know if they were just we might be on to something here.
It's like when Hocus Pocus inspired Halloween Town.
Yeah. And who was the character in High School Musical that liked to bake?
Zeke.
Dude, that
my boy Zeke with his creme brulee.
Is that what he would make?
Yeah, it's I got this nice creme brulee. Yo, Sharpay, try out this nice creme brulee.
Just all throughout the movies?
Yeah.
Because I remember it was in one of the big songs where they're revealing the stuff that they want to do.
Yeah, and the first movie, the Stick to the Status Quo. I forgot it because that movie's so bad, but
dude, and
Stick to the Status Quo. He was talking about that,
and then Zeke just comes out of nowhere and he's I got something. I love to bake.
Yeah,
dude, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. You got to see it.
I will check it out.
All right, and
for sure.
So next one, you ever see Phantom of the Megaplex?
Oh yeah,
that one scared the absolute lights out of me. And I don't know why. There was just something like really eerie about it. Maybe I just have like a phobia of movie theaters in general, but like something was really strange about it. You like that one?
It's definitely like it is really strange. I don't like the name. Like the name's really bad.
Yeah, that's complicated. And I feel like I wouldn't know what any of those words mean when I was 11 years old.
The fuck is a Megaplex?
All right, and so moving over to the Nickelodeon side of things. First off, just speak on that. Like with Disney, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, was there a big divide for you there, or would you like switch back and forth?
I would just switch back and forth. Never really like pick one over the other. I would be big into any of the Cartoon Network cartoons or any of the Nickelodeon shows from the creepy man himself, Dan Snyder.
Dude, the worst. I don't know how they let that happen.
How that creepy man made such like iconic, memorable shows.
Dude, he loved feet.
So much feet.
Loved them.
And then I would just go straight up to Disney and Disney XD.
And so with Nickelodeon, were you more of a Fairly Odd Parents kind of guy or a Jimmy Neutron guy? Talk me through that.
Definitely Jimmy Neutron.
Okay. Did you not like Fairly Odd Parents?
No, I love Fairly, but I even played the Jimmy Neutron terrible PC game, like incessantly. Like it was a massive part of my childhood.
Was it its own game or was it like an online game?
Was it like what?
Was it like you played it on the Nickelodeon website or was it like you installed the disc or whatever?
Oh yeah, no, it was like its whole own computer game, like its whole thing with like 3 polygons on Jimmy's face. It was like super flat and everything.
What was the premise?
Just go throughout the world and solve a bunch of stuff going on. It was bad, bro, but
was it
I couldn't stop playing it.
Generally from the show or the movie?
It was like its own. It was like a mix between two. They had the aliens from the movie, and but they also had like just a bunch of random side plots from the show.
If I can throw in a suggestion for a video, like this just came to mind. There were so many of those just like on the Disney Channel website or on the Nickelodeon website, Cartoon Network website. So many of those games that I would just nonstop play all the time.
Me too. I was big into Nicktropolis. You ever play that?
What exactly was that? That sounds super familiar.
It was like their version of Pop Tropica.
What is Pop Tropica?
Or Club Penguin. Ever play Club Penguin?
Yeah, I played Club Penguin for a little while. Toontown was pretty hot too.
Yeah, it was the Nickelodeon Club Penguin.
Like MMORPG, whatever it's called.
Yeah, you get your own room and stuff. Build a community, stuff like that.
Just like a bunch of mini games. Yeah, dude, that could be definitely its own video. Just a bunch of those little games, little reviews.
Definitely.
And so another question: was Drake and Josh the best live-action kids show of our generation?
Yes.
Were there anything better? Like, you got your Ned's Declassified, your Sweet Lifes, your Zoe 101s Before the Baby.
Ned's Declassified was definitely, like, the worst.
You hated it, really?
Okay, I love it, and I will watch it, but there's too many sound effects to not go insane.
What kind of sound effects? Was I just forgetting this?
Watching any episode, just any slight movement in anybody will have the most over-the-top sound effect.
Just like a cartoon like Zoom when somebody walks by?
Like 300 of them a second. And it is insanity. It's just pure insanity.
The only thing I remember about that show like so clearly was One Bite. Do you remember One Bite?
No.
It was this one episode where a kid would like go to the end of your lunch table and like lift the whole lunch table up and just like swallow everybody's food in one bite.
What the heck? That is such a weird premise.
And it was just such a weird thing because like I couldn't really ever tell how much that show was like trying to be real and how it was like just the weirdest stuff ever.
That's how I felt about what's it called? The Naked Animal Show.
What is the Naked Animal Show?
There was a show on Cartoon Network. I forget the complete name, but part of it was naked animals, and it was just a bunch of animals wearing underwear doing crazy stuff. that was the entire show. And I think almost naked animals. That was probably it.
They just like didn't do anything?
They just did whatever crazy thing they could think of.
Dude, do you remember Mr. Meaty?
Yes. Oh my god.
Mr. Meaty legitimately like made me want to throw up. I wanted to like throw my TV out the window every time Mr. Meaty came on.
They were my first introduction to what an emo kid looked like.
Mr. Meaty is what all emo kids look like?
Yeah, one of the guy has like hair over his eyes and like I don't know, he's just like very dead appearance.
Mr. Meaty was dead inside.
Yeah.
Wow.
100%.
All right, and so let's start to wrap things up here. What plans does 24 Frames and Nick have going forward? Where do we want to see the show? What kind of things do you want to do?
Well, for right now, I'm just gonna stay consistent with the videos, and eventually there might be a short film coming.
Really?
Own personal short film.
Like comedic, artistic? What do we got?
I'd say artistic, yeah.
Okay.
And like I said, the music could be on its way.
I hope so.
Don't want to promise anything, but it's all in the head, all on the way.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, now, not that you like have a bunch of free time, but now that you're doing this full time, that definitely allows you a lot more room to just explore.
Yeah, for sure. Which is really exciting. I love it so much.
And do you have any advice for anyone out there that wants to make it on YouTube? What do you have for them?
Literally just start. Like, don't push it off. Well, I mean, push it off if you need to learn how to do something first.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you can put your most quality into it before you do it. But then don't put it off. Just jump into it as soon as you feel like you have enough skill and passion behind it. And then just fucking do it. Just go into that.
Love it. You heard it here first. How to get 200,000 subs in a year or so.
Make what you will love, at the same time make what you know will actually help you get there.
Definitely. Love it, dude. Well, thank you so much for being here. Love talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
Anything you have to say to the people out there before you go?
No, go watch High School Musical 2.
And we'll be waiting for that huge video too. And on, what was it called? The string theory?
High School Musical 2 Limbo Theory.
Limbo Theory coming soon. All right. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you later, guys. Comment below who you want to see in the next episode. I'll be doing this whenever I can, whether it be a YouTuber, artist, whatever you want to do, let me know. All right. And thanks. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Remember to like and subscribe if you want more videos like this. If you want to follow my social media, the links are down below. You can also donate to my Patreon, help the show, and get some cool rewards if you click the link on the screen. And I sell merch at tpublic.com/user/alphomedia. Thanks for watching, and always forward.